All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, boys, we got four down. Set, green, the line, green, the line. Here we go.
Watson on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
That's how we do, baby. Always rolling.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Tight end right. Hey. Set, green, the line, green, the line. Mike Ford.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Four down. Deuce.
Now a first down throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, we got four.
On the ground, this is Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Single.
To throw on second is Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the interception, it's locked. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
25.
Naeem Hines his first carry, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch, it's 27. Check out. Right, 90.
Play fake here on 1st down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Let's get it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strong left. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 165.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard, leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the guns. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, 4 down. Joker.
Right back to him on 1st down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Oh, yeah.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check out. Right, 40.
Here's Bears look now on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll hold the throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
4 down, 4 down. Down. Black 22. Black 22. Hey, what's that?
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Double tight. Alert, alert.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Love. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, luck again. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Hurry! Tight, guys, double tight. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
They'll throw it over Hines, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Double tight. We got 4.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Love. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Strong right.
go. Luck. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up runs.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Tiger.
On first down, it's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Watson now to throw on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Strong right. Hey, blue 80. Blue 80. Hey, switch gears.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight right. Hey, green the line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Set. Blue 80.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Again, it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Green the line! Green the line! Got 4 down, 4 down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Tight ends left. 4 down. Check, check.
Here's Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch twist. Richmond. 53's the money.
To throw is Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Hey, 4 down.
Here's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Extra point attempt here still to come. Point after, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check out.
Here's a handoff to Hopkins to begin the drive. he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Luck on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And his throw here's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right, 622. Check out.
A shotgun snap for Locke. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Black 99 Philly. 4 down. Come back. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fresno. Tiger. Red, green, 39. Two jet.
Throwing again, it's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Black 22. Two jet.
Watson just beating the play clock. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight. We got four.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Man left. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Down. Blue 80.
To throw on second is Watson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Move. 1, 6, 2, 3,
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 49. Go. Green 80. Kill. Check out. Tight down.
They'll run it now. Out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's what I'm talking about.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Second down is Love. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
You can't block. Check out. Blue 90. Check 26. You go tight. You got tight. Kill. 1, 6, 2, 2. Hold on. Defense wins championships.
They'll run it now. Bulldozes past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
From the red zone now, Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Strong right. 1, 6, 3, 3, hit it. Hey. 4 down.
Still running now out of the gun. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Rip. 3 down. Run!
From the gun, here's Rock. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Myers able to knock it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight left. Down. Green the line. Check. 53's Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Check.
And he'll find QT on the right side complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Red. Blue 80.
On 1st down, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans hustling up to the line.
We got three, fellas. Richmond.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And his his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Reckon the Colts come up now first and 10 at their own 27.
Three down.
Here's Locke. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Luck now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Wide, 6-3-2, hold it. Alert. 3 down. Check out. Blue 80. Let it roll. Check out.
Here's Luck now on second down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Check out. Wide 80. Hey, pick your game up.
Here's Luck. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Tight end right. Hey. Wide, 674.
second down. Here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll try one for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts have broken our ties. They take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequential plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's caught outright by Graham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Stay on the slot. Watch 80. Watch 80.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Texans on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, check. Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Tempo. Ringo. Kill.
After the interception, it's Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now with the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, it's Locke. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check, 59.
Luck now to throw. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Kill. Hey, 4 down. Check out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Rolling.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Check out. Wide 6.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll run it now. Here we go. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Go. Go.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Down! Green, the line! Green, the line! Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Move. Odd. 3 down. Odd. Reset. Kill.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Double tight. We got four. Check 50.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
3 down.
Now Watson operating from the gun. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take. And
that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Here's Love. He's going to push it out here to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Let it roll, let it roll. Trips. Eyes on 13. Eyes on 13. Nice, sweetheart.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on 1, 6 to 3. 12 to mine, 12 to mine.
They'll run it now. Here we go. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
We got 3.
A shotgun snap for Luck. He's got it to Hilton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
4 down. Check out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing Nelson, you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
675. Check out. 280. Got four down. 675.
They'll run it now out of the line. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check out. 280. Regular. On.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Hey. We got 3. Check out. 180. Check 20. Check out.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Run.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Check out. Blue 40.
They run again with Hanks. So he got 3 on 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Double tight. Check out. 180. Check out.
He's going to get it running right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Go, run.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
I know you felt that one.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Even. 4 down. Even. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Hines on the toss play. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Red, black 22! Black 22! Come back, come back! Mike 4,
Watson.
It's our time. It's
To
our time.
the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Now Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Talk to your boy.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike 4. Cut. Richmond.
Now it's Watson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Richmond. Mike 4.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Double tight. 3 down.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Colts, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.